Bishop Ford High School in Brooklyn. Goes back to the hill here in the Bronx. Starting the bottom of the 6th inning with a ball up and away to Tino Martinez, who's 0 for 2. He's grounded out. He's popped up 3 out of 17 with no RBIs in this series. 1 ball, 1 strike. Some of the typical contributors for the Yankees in their postseason victories with regard to series wins are not chipping in much in this ALCS. Notably Derek Jeter, who has only 2 hits and only 1 RBI, and Tino Martinez, who has 0 runs driven in. 2 balls and a strike as Halama falls behind.
Derek Jeter may have only 2 hits in the LCS, but it was the assist that he had in Game 3 of the division series that this town will be talking about for a long, long time.
Tino Martinez hits one down into the right field corner. Buhner gets to it, makes a good play, and holds Martinez to a single.
And his second time up, hit a 2-run homer.
Posada into center, base hit. Well played by Cameron. 2 on with nobody out. For Posada, only his 2nd hit of this series. Paul O'Neill in the 4th inning with 1 out. His 2nd of this ALCS. And his 2nd off Aaron Seeley. Seeley lasted only 4 innings. 5 runs. 4 unearned runs. 1 ball, 1 strike on O'Neill. Joel Pinheiro getting ready for the Mariners out in their bullpen. Some wondered if Piniella thought at all of starting Pinheiro in this Game 5. The answer was no. That caught the outside corner. And it's 1-2. Talking to Lou Piniella before the game, he said, I never considered Joel Pinheiro a young right-hander they love with good reason. He has great stuff. He did consider bringing back Freddie Garcia on short rest, but figured then what? This was set up for Seeley to pitch tonight to get it back to Seattle, and Aaron lasted only 4 innings. Now to 1-2. O'Neill is jammed, and a fly ball to shallow center. Drops for a hit. And the bases are loaded. As Joel Pinheiro takes over for Seattle.
It's a relatively new term, electric stuff, but it certainly can be applied to Joel Pinheiro, and the Mariners forced to play their infield in.
Brocious, strike 1. Pinheiro made a start here at Yankee Stadium on the 18th of August. A no decision and a 7-6 win. The Mariners love him coming out of the bullpen. Breaking ball. It's 0-2.
Late hard action from the young 22-year-old right-hander.
Pinheiro only 6'1", listed at 6'1", 180. He can hit mid-90s on the radar gun. He has Brocious set up at 0-2. 95 with that fastball. It's 1-2. Soriano waits to hit next after 3 consecutive singles by the veterans Martinez, Posada, and O'Neill, with Spencer running for O'Neill over at first. Popped up, foul, and it'll get out of play. Brocious hit with the bases loaded in last night's 6th inning and bounced into a 4-6-3 double play. That kept the game scoreless. That was against Jeff Nelson. Now against Pinheiro. Got him on the inside corner, 1 away. What a good pitch. 94 miles an hour from the young right-hander.
Lou Piniella is giving the middle infielders in particular the option. If the ball is hit hard, go for the double play. If it's not hit hard, you have to come home.
There's speed at the plate, not much speed over at third base. Soriano at the plate. Tino Martinez, the lead runner, over at third.
Yeah, Soriano gets out of the box very well. He grounded into only 3 double plays all year.
Gets behind Wilson. Martinez coming to the plate. 6-0.
Martinez didn't break right away, and Dan Wilson, for whatever reason, slowed up trying to get to the ball. A lot of times, if your back is to home plate, you can tell by crowd reaction. Watch Tino Martinez. No, no, no. Now I think I'll go. Dan Wilson acted surprised, but the crowd will tell you whether the runner at third's coming in or not. Of course, Dan Wilson with a bad lower back also, and that could have prevented him from getting down on the ball in the dirt.
2 balls and a strike on Soriano.
He sure went after that ball like he had a bad back.
Second and third, the infield back in now. Wilson able to keep that pitch at the plate. It was a wild pitch that scored Martinez to make it 6-0. That'll load him up with 1 out. Bases loaded, 1 out here for Knobloch. Strike 1. Bases loaded, 1 out. Already 6-0 New York. And it's 0-2.
Seattle has come back from 1 6-run deficit this year. They had 45 come from behind wins. Things are getting bleaker, however, for the Mariners.
Lou Piniella, who managed here for 3 years, played here for 11. A world champion player here with the Yankees, watching as Knobloch pops it up, shallow right. Out goes Boone. It drops between Boone and Buhner, and it's 7-0 Yankees. Still only 1 out, and here's Jeter. An RBI in this game, his first of this ALCS, with 2 out of 16 at the plate. In the postseason, however, overall hitting .294. (2-0). The 23-year-old right-hander Joel Pinheiro, his first career postseason experience here at Yankee Stadium on the short end of what is now a 7-0 game, and he has the bases loaded, 1 out, and a 3-0 count on Jeter. 8-0. We will attempt to talk to Mayor Giuliani shortly as Justice takes ball one. Soriano, Knobloch, and Jeter. In the speed category, that's as good as it gets for the Yankees. Paniagua loosens for Seattle. 1-1. Another hit. Soriano scores. They hold Knobloch. Yankees 9, Giants 9, Seattle nothing, Eagles nothing.
Nightmare.
Still only one out, bases loaded, and Bernie Williams takes a strike. One ball, one strike on Williams, who had a two-run home run back in the third inning, which at the time took it from 2-0 to 4-0. Now it's 9-0 with the bases loaded, one out. Two and one. The 2-1 pitch. Brett Boone trying to settle the 23-year-old down. Lou Piniella, I'm sure, thinking about taking their 23-year-old out of the game.
If Williams gets on, that's what'll happen.
Pinheiro, a young arm that they're going to count on for years to come. Having a rough outing here tonight out of the bullpen. Williams thought he had drawn a bases loaded walk. The count's now full, 3-2. Bases loaded, one out. 3-2 pitch. That's out of play. Two to Bernie Williams, another foul. Pinheiro again. Williams strikes out, 2 out. Now with the bases loaded, 2 out. Tino Martinez, who started this inning with a base hit, fouls it away, strike 1.
Barring a miracle comeback from the Mariners, I would assume Mike Mussina would be the starter against Curt Schilling on Saturday in Phoenix.
That sliced foul, 0-2, and that's really the luxury that Joe Torre and Mel Stottlemyre have had in this postseason. Wherever the wheel stopped at the end of one series, it didn't really matter who was ready to pitch to start the next series.
Right.
Whether it was Pennant to begin this ALCS after the division series, which took 5 games and took 2 starts from Roger Clemens. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mike Mussina turned in one of the most important postseason starts for this Yankee team this postseason. And that game 3 out in Oakland of the division series. 6 extra base hits for the Yankees. Games 4 and 5, and the Mariners 5 hits and 49 at bats. 1 run in 15 innings. Games 4 and 5. Here's the 1-2. Martinez strikes out, and the inning is over. But the Yankees come up with 4 more. Tough night for the Mariners, to say the least. 7th inning now, game 5. It's 9-0 New York.